Hello, and welcome to Study Topics. I'm Leah, a PT exam prep teacher from Vancouver, British Columbia. This week, we'll be covering 5 must-know charting questions for the PCE. Charting questions could show up either on the written or practical exam as a 5-minute follow-up question. Question 1. How do you chart exact words spoken by a patient? When you want to chart exact words from a patient, use quotation marks. For example, if your patient states that they have pain that goes all the way from the neck to their palm when they lift boxes overhead at work, then chart the following. Patient stated, in quotations, I have pain that goes all the way from my neck to the palm of my hand when I lift boxes at work. End quotation. Question 2. When paper charting, how many lines or spaces should you leave between chart notes? Trick question. None. We know paper charting is kind of becoming ancient, but this is still important to know. Leaving blank spaces or lines at the end of a chart allows other people to chart after you, and it actually makes it appear that you are responsible for that portion of the chart. To protect yourself, line out any unused portions of the page. When starting your next chart entry, do not skip lines, and start your entry directly below the last entry. Question number 3. What abbreviations are safe to use when charting? Now, I'm going to answer this question specifically for the PCE. If you are asked to complete a chart entry after a clinical interaction, like a 5-minute written station, don't use abbreviations at all. Even if you think it's the most common one out there, just don't use it. Now, if you have a question on the written exam, you want to know the textbook answer, okay? And that is, it's best to avoid abbreviations in general. But if you need to use them, the first time you write out the word, place the abbreviation in brackets, okay? So for example, the patient performed deep neck flexor exercise, and in brackets you can put DNF. And then the next time you use the DNF in a sentence, someone can refer back to that original statement, and therefore that abbreviation will be accepted. Question 4. How do you chart late entries? Now, of course, every effort should be made to enter your chart the same day that you interact with your patient. But sometimes even with the best intentions, it is impossible. So, when an entry is missed or not written in a timely manner, you must meet the following requirements. Okay? 1. Identify the new chart entry as a late entry. Enter the current date and the time. Do not attempt to give the appearance that the entry was made on a previous day or an earlier time. Sign the entry. Identify or refer to the date and describe why the entry is late. Do you know what the time limit is when entering a late chart? There is no time limit for writing a late chart entry. However, the longer the time elapsed, the less reliable the entry becomes. So, how did you do? Small details like this are often missed when studying for the PCE. Make sure you don't miss any examinable topics by using our manual and sticking to our study guides. For more information about what course is right for you, email us or comment below, and I will reach out to you. Happy studying!